Deck tech in 3 minutes. Let's go. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man. Alrighty. Alright, y'all. We're locking in with Bant today. Bernard, Ginger Sculptor. These are one of those commanders that you pull and you're like, damn, I gotta make a deck with him because god damn, this guy has some abilities, bro. Golems and food you control get +2/+2 and trample. Bro, talk about a buff and a half in this motherfucker. And look at the bottom text. Guess what? We're turning all the creatures that die into, you guessed it, food golems. And artifact creatures too. So artifact creature buffs work with this deck. Hell fucking yeah. And you know what's even funnier? We're playing fucking Bant. We're not playing mono black, so we're doing aristocrat strategy, motherfucker. We're sacrificing shit. This is a fun deck. So what we're doing today is we're gonna sacrifice creatures, get a bunch of benefits of having them come back as copies of, you know, the creature that are golems or whatever. And we're also keeping it on a budget so we can actually populate, double up some of those tokens without having to actually have the expensive token doublers in the deck. But if you want to upgrade it, yes, those token doublers will absolutely help. We're gonna run a lot of populate effects. Green, we have Spore Frog as an example, you know, Selfless Spirit. Those cards are gonna really come in handy because we could actually prevent a lot of stuff from happening to our board, and then we get them back. That's right. So when you start populating, you get more tokens of them, and you get more and more. And then you can also make them as beaters because guess what? We're also buffing our artifacts with, you know, buffs like Tempered Steel and a few of the other artifact buff creatures are going to be making an appearance in this deck. We also have abilities in here that allow us to tap our foods. You know, Knight of the Sweet's Revenge, really good card for any sort of food strategy decks. But now we can tap our golems that we just make for mana and get all sorts of buffs for that. Another awesome card for this deck is Mole Drifter because you cast it for the vote cost. It comes into play. You draw 2 cards. It gets sacrificed instantly. Goes to the graveyard. You exile it and then now make a copy of it. And now you can draw another 2 more cards. So you draw 4 cards off of a 3 mana spell. That is fucking card ramp up the ass. Shimmer Dragon's really good because you can tap your artifact creatures that you now make and draw some cards. So Uro is also very good too because we can cast him for his normal cost. So we'll sacrifice him. We can exile it and basically get a free copy of Uro in for his normal cost, which is great because then we also get that ability trigger twice. Boromir is really good in this deck too. You know, you can sacrifice him. He'll come back and he'll make everything indestructible. So that's also really good to do. Even has some counter spell effects. So we can sacrifice the creature, you know, counter a spell, whatever, and then it comes back and we can just counter somebody else's spell again. 3 win cons I have in the deck. First one's combat damage. We're swinging out. We can build a big enough board state to absolutely annihilate everybody. Second one's Approach the Second Sun. Very simple, works, gets the job done. If you need to win in a pinch, you know, someone keeps playing board wipe tribal and they absolutely shit on you, and you know, you want to jump over the table and strangle them to death. Approach the Second Sun's a great way to win, as long as they're not running counterspell tribal as well with the board wipe tribal. Then at that point, get a new opponent to play with because that's fucked. Lastly, we have Halo Fountain, another good way to win the game, especially when you make a lot of creatures. And guys, as always, if you enjoyed that, follow for more because guess what? Every goddamn day, I got more coming, baby. So let's go. Let's get this shit going.